Wonderful people, this day we are going to be sharing on how to survive a toxic relationship. And the question comes here: do you have a survivor guide on how to survive a toxic relationship? That's the question. It has to do with escaping emotional wilderness. If your relationship feels like a hike through thorns, it's time to check your emotional compass. What did I say? If your relationship feels like a hike through thorns, it is time to check your emotional compass. Now, imagine this is you. You have a rocky terrain. The weather, mostly tears with scattered arguments. All the time you're always arguing with your partner. If there are no more tears, or if there are more tears in your relationship than smiles, pack your emotional backpack and leave. What did I say? If there are more tears than smiles, pack your emotional backpack and leave. Normally, we know happiness is just an occasional episode in the general drama of pains. It is obvious we should know that, but relationship has to do with, two parties or two people coming to build each other. But if your own case has more tears than smiles, you are advised to pack your emotional backpack and leave. Because then already know you are in a toxic relationship. No matter how hard you struggle, it does not mean, when we say pack your backpack and leave, it doesn't mean that at the slightest argument or at the slightest misunderstanding you escape. You have to be committed. But if the commitment comes only from one side, it becomes toxic. It becomes draining. If the only thing you're building is tolerance for pain, then I want to assure you that it's not love. It is survival. Yes, because many people will ask me, does it mean that one cannot tolerate? And the question I'm asking, if the only thing you are building is tolerance for pain, know that it is not love. You are just struggling to survive. Just because you love them doesn't mean you owe them your peace. Because if you don't have peace, you can never be happy. If you don't have peace, it means that you're struggling. You are suffocating. It means that, you are barely struggling to live. You are in a survival mode. You wouldn't camp in a forest full of bears just because the view is nice. So why stay in a relationship that devours your joy? That's the question I'm asking you. Love should feel like shelter, not a storm. You cannot be struggling all the time. If you actually love somebody, you should feel some peace and calmness. It shouldn't be a storm. If you're constantly dodging emotional lightning, it's time to find a safer sky. So, fellow survivor, what's that one red flag you ignored for too long? Feel free to drop it below. Let's help each other read the emotional map better. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from the fire before it burns you into ashes. I hope I made some sense. Good morning.